Hello everyone! It is like Barbados right now in Scotland. Like, if anyone knows the jokes Mo the comedian makes, that's what I'm referencing. But basically it's really hot in Scotland. So I'm hoping you can hear me when I'm talking because I have the windows open because I'm near the window and I won't survive otherwise. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be filming the rapid fire book tag. I was tagged by Pauline over at Dancing Lawn, so I'm finally getting around to doing the tag. It has a number of questions, maybe about 20 questions, and yeah, the whole point is you read it and you just say the first thing that comes to your mind. No sort of, dwindling. So the first question is ebook or physical book? I would say physical book, just what I prefer. Paperback or hardback? Paperback, definitely. I feel like everyone says the same reason for choosing paperback, and that is, yes, one, it is cheaper, but also two, it is not as heavy. Just really simple. Online or in-store book shopping? I would say online because honestly that's where I do the majority of my shopping. But as you would have seen from my recent video, I did visit some bookshops, and when I was home in London over Christmas, I also visited some bookshops, which is really nice. Trilogies or series? Honestly, I would say neither because I tend to just read standalone books, but I guess if I had to choose one, I would say series. A book you want everyone to read? Oh my god, I would have to pick one of the books that I've already read so far this year, and that is the book by Tay Nahasi Coates, Between the World and Me. Absolutely brilliant. It's a non-fiction book, but it's wonderful. It's a non-fiction book talking about America and their sort of issues. Yes, I guess issues with race, but also their history with race, and it's a sort of letter to his son, but it includes a lot of history, facts, and just a lot of personal thoughts and feelings as well. Where are we? Oh, I missed out a question. There's a question here. Heroes or villains? I would say heroes. The next question is to recommend an underrated book, and I would choose this book called A Version of Us. It's by Laura Barnett. I just have never heard anyone talk about it. And it follows these two characters, and it's essentially a love story, but it's just exploring the different options you might have taken with someone and how your life might have been different if you guys did different things. So it follows these two characters. I think the girl's name is Ava for some reason, and I'm pretty sure the man's name is Jim. Yes, Ava and Jim are 19 and students at Cambridge when they first crossed in 1958. And then it's just talking about like how life would have been if those two had got together, how life is between them because they have different partners, and it just seems to always come back to that focal point of this is where they met and these are the different choices that they made. I just really like it. I think it's really evenly paced, and it tells a good story of their lives, and I just feel like she had to develop so many different lives for them, and that in itself could have been one story, but instead you get like a whole bunch of stories in one book. The next question is the last book you finished. I just finished reading Normal People by Sally Rooney. I say just finished it, I finished it probably about a week ago. The next question is the last book you bought. The last book I bought was actually this book called Money. Just hold it up this way and you can see. I know I just put up that video with my book haul from when I went book shopping, but this is the last book that I ordered. I ordered it online from Amazon. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The next question is the weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark. Honestly, nothing. Like, I have a bookmark, but the weirdest thing I might have ever used, I don't know, sometimes I put my phone as a bookmark, a pen as a bookmark, but nothing weird. Used books, yes or no? Definitely a yes. Next question is top 3 favourite genres. I would definitely say romance. I'm really bad at just sort of naming genres that I like. Romance, anything that contains food. I don't know. Romance, fiction, poetry. It's just really hard to break it down into genres, so I'm just going to ignore that question. Borrow or buy, but I do like to borrow. Long or short books? I would say medium, and obviously I don't really know what long or short refers to in this context, but I would just say it in the middle somewhere. Long or short chapters? I prefer long chapters. I hate when books just have really short chapters, and for me it's one thing, I don't really know like what chapters are supposed to do. Like, I do know what they're supposed to do, but in some books when they just make the chapters so short and it's still a continuation of like the same scene, or just like a day later or something and nothing really significant happens, I just don't understand why they put there as a chapter. So I definitely prefer long chapters because you can still continue the great length of the story within a long chapter. Name the first 3 books that you think of. Sundowners by Leslie Loco. I absolutely adored that book for a long time. I don't know if I read it now, if I would still adore it, but I really, really liked it. First other 3 books. The Bricks That Built the Houses by Kate Tempest, absolutely loved that. And Homegoing by Yar Gustai. I can never say her name, but okay. Those definitely are 3 books that come to my mind. Books that makes you laugh or cry. Christ, it's been such a long time since I read something that has actually made me cry. A book that I read this month that had me close to tears, and I'm so shocked at this because it has honestly been a very, very long time, is Fire on All Sides by James Rhodes. So close to tears for so many reasons. You know, it's a book about his life and like sort of how music has sort of saved his life, but there's a lot of talk of sexual abuse in there, depression, just honestly like so sad. Books that make me laugh, however. Books that make me laugh is definitely books from Joanna Ballari, so she is the author that wrote The List, and definitely books from Stella Newman. They always seem to put me in a good mood and make me laugh. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes. I like audiobooks, I don't love them. I honestly don't really tend to buy them because I like reading my books, but also because audiobooks are expensive AF. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, I think everybody would be lying if they said they didn't. You know, sometimes I buy a book because the cover is nice. I have an opinion about the book because the cover is nice. I don't think I've ever not bought a book because the cover isn't nice, because, you know, at the end of the day the content is still the same. However, I do know, I don't know why I'm holding this water bottle, I do know that book, Freshwater, I don't like the cover for the UK edition, so I want to get the cover for the American one. I know that sounds so bloody bad, but I don't like the cover. So I don't want to, if I'm going to have to spend money on it, I want it to be a nice cover at least. That's probably the first time I've ever done that though, or will do that, I haven't done it yet. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations. Off the top of my head, I cannot think of many book to movie or book to TV adaptations, even though book to TV adaptations happen all the time. As do book to movies, I just never really know that these things are based on books. But what book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I would say book to TV adaptations, just because I feel like with book to TV adaptation, they have the ability to sort of spin the books however they want, and they can make the series really long, they can make it really short, like they can make it a very enjoyable thing and a lot longer than maybe the book is. The next question is a movie or TV show you prefer to its book. I honestly, off the top of my head again, cannot think of anything, but I am currently watching a series of unfortunate events on Netflix, which is the series adaptation from the book by Lemony Snicket. Yeah, it's Lemony Snicket. And I am loving it. I never read the books as a kid, so I don't know how they actually compare to the actual books, and like I don't know how they're getting all the books into the series and stuff like that, but I am loving it. I'm loving the way it's told, and I'm just loving the twists and turns. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what is going on, but I'm really liking it. But I can't think of any other movie or TV adaptations that I preferred to its book. The final question is series or standalones, and I say standalones. I read more standalones than I do series. Last series that I can honestly properly remember reading is the Divergent series. and I only thought the first book was good, the rest just kind of bored me. So that is it for this tag. I hope that gave you some insight into some of my reading habits, what I like and what I don't like. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.